everyone. Lisa Haven here. Well, when the mainstream media finally admits something that I've been stating here on my channel for at least a year, then we know we only have a limited amount of time left on our clocks here in the United States of America before that problem becomes huge. I mean, anytime the mainstream media starts broadcasting something, it's usually A, too late, or B, the problem is so bad out of hand that they're just giving you a last minute warning to cover their butts. And that's what I have to show you in today's report. But before I get into it, I got to give a big shout out to my partner at noblegoldinvestments.com. If you guys haven't converted your 401k, now is the time to do it. As you're about to see, the economy is on a tumble and mainstream media is admitting it. If you haven't converted your 401k into something other than the dollar, now is the time to do that. And they can do that at noblegoldinvestments.com. And right now they are giving away this amazing 5-ounce silver coin with any approved IRA or 401k. So give them a call or go to the website and let them know you heard it on Lisa Haven. All right. So just what is going on in the United States of America that the mainstream media is finally admitting is happening? Well, how about the fact that there are massive shortages from the shipping supply line to shortages in our grocery stores and the whole 9 yards. And now they are finally starting to cover something that I've been talking about on my channel all along. Here we have Communist News Network Business, also known as CNN. The workers who keep global supply chains moving are warning of a system collapse. Now, a system collapse in that particular industry means massive devastation here in the U.S. and massive product delays. Then we also have this Los Angeles, CBSocial.com, backlog of cargo ships at Port of LA reaches a boiling point. And you can see the date on all these. That's September 28th. The other one here was September 29th. Then we also have San Francisco, CB Social, again, September 28th. Retailers warn supply chain delays could wreak havoc on the Bay Area holiday shopping season. Then we also have problems here with our food supply that they're admitting to as well. You can see September 29th, very recent, Education Week. Feds pump $1.5 billion extra towards schools to address cafeteria food shortages. That means that here in our schools, our cafeterias are having shortages and problems feeding our children. This is a big issue. Not only that, today.com, another MSM source, fall may bring more grocery shortages. Here's what to expect. Communist News Network talking about bacon, September 29th, again, very recent article. Bacon prices have skyrocketed to record levels and they might not go down anytime soon. Hint, they're not going to go down anytime soon. All our food prices are going to continue to go up as long as Joe Biden is in office. Mark my words on that, because that is the Democratic endgame. We also have BusinessInsider.com, and I wanted to bring this back up. This is a little bit older article that they've actually admitted it to on Business Insider, and I've shared it before, but it's still ongoing. Can't find chicken wings, diapers, or a new car. Here's a list of all the shortages hitting the reopening economy. Then we have TheGuardian.com. Again, this is another recent article from September. Gas crisis, COVID, and food shortages. Tories fear perfect winter storm. And this latest bombshell on AP News, Dollar Tree breaks the dollar barrier as costs take a bite. We could expect that coming at some time soon when you have an entire store that you just have to pay $1 for pretty much everything in there. Well, now that's going up due to Biden inflation from the Democratic Party. And I don't foresee any of these things going down anytime soon, because the Biden administrations, with their $1 trillion packages, their infrastructure deal that they're attempting to put through the economy right now, is literally going to socialize the United States of America's economy as we know it. And I'm not even exaggerating on that. The longer we have Democrats in the White House and leading at our, at a congressional level in the House and the Senate, then we are going to have skyrocketing prices everywhere, because they always want to make a rich class and a poor class, because that's how socialism always ends up. Here's what I'm talking about with their deal. And I agree with Larry Kudlow here. Here's another mainstream media source, Fox News, right? Larry Kudlow hammers Democrats and says spending trillions is not cost-free and will do great damage. Absolutely, 100%, I believe that it will. Here we also have Democrats. This is a Fox News video. Great report, by the way. But their $3.5 trillion bill will lead to tax increases, higher inflation, says Representative Comer. And they're not wrong. If you're talking about raising taxes on those who make over $400,000, which is what Biden is saying he is going to do, well, these are all your small business owners. Anybody with a brain, which you guys absolutely have that brain. It's that Democrat liberal mindset that doesn't. If you're going to raise it on the small business class, because that's what you're doing, then they're going to raise the price of their products, and it's going to topple down to you and I, the little people. And we already are stretching our pockets then, and so are the businesses who have lost so much income. And on a year that we've had a massive pandemic, they're going to raise taxes on these businesses who buy in mass, are literally closing their doors. Well, at least the mainstream media is finally admitting some of this stuff, but you will not ever hear it from a Democrat leader. This is why I predict throughout the remainder of Joe Biden's presidency, we are going to have massive increases on everything and massive inflation, especially when and if this $3.5 trillion package goes through. On top of that, there's trouble with the Fed, right? Take a look here, usnews.com, another mainstream news source. Fed's Powell, and this is September 28th, very recent, right? Fed's Powell tells Congress COVID-19 is still hammering the economy. And here's an expansion on that on CNBC News. Fed Chair Powell calls inflation frustrating and sees it running into next year. Why does he see it running into next year? Because we're still going to have Democrats in control of the House and in control of the executive office, right? So of course. Then we have Forbes.com. Here's a warning: shutdown looming. They always make that looming. Author warns: get gold, silver, Bitcoin, and Ethereum before the biggest stock market crash in U.S. history, a stock market crash. This is a prediction, by the way, and that was, again, a very recent article, September 28th, and that's what I want you to know. On this day, September 28th, September 29th, this particular week, it's like article after article after article of warning and warning and warning. Why are they doing that? Do they know something we don't? Obviously, this has been an ongoing issue with shortages in the stores. We have labor shortages, and that's the other thing. I touched in a report just the other day on the disappearing of people from the workforce. And I'll leave a link up above for that. But anyway, the disappearing of people from the workforce is a massive issue that's going to therefore result in massive shortages in the grocery stores, in the healthcare, in pretty much every branch. And the idiot people who think these mandates are helping the world, no, they're really going to kill our country, economically speaking. As I see it, when you're doing mass layoffs of people, we have a problem. I have a real problem with that, right? Where's the freedom, by the way? Freedom of choice. It's been left out the building. And mark my words, if we allow these kinds of mandates, they'll do more and more and more and more. And I want to close with what Marco Rubio had to say, because I think this is a great summarization of exactly where we're headed. Here's foxnews.com. Marco Rubio: radical left-wing nutcases trying to remake America into a socialist economy. I agree 100%. With this $1 trillion spending bill, that's exactly where we're headed. And I hope you like socialism. If not, we need to start contacting our congressional leaders now, backing, if you live here in Arizona, contact Sinema, help tell her to stand her ground. Because the truth of the matter is, if and when this goes through, socialism full-fledged, people. Socialism full-fledged. And it's not something you want. Look at what's happened in Venezuela. Look what happened in China. All these countries, it was always under a banner of socialism, but of course it always ends in communism, straight up tyranny. Anyhow, I love all of you. Please don't forget to check out restrictedrepublic.com. Get there today. And right now, I've got a 1-year special. Use the coupon code Trump to get it for $5 per month for the entire first year. And get there because you never know what tomorrow holds. Anyhow, I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.